currently confronting with this COVID-19 pandemic, which we are often quick to focus on the negativity of these threats. I believe that every one of you agrees that this communicable disease is apparently offering us some silver linings. Today, Alhamdulillah, regardless of our geographical locations, every one of you not only from Malaysia and Indonesia, but also from offering us some Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, and Pakistan, and even Switzerland. We are given the opportunity to listen not only from Malaysia and Indonesia, but SEED 2021 keynote speeches featuring three distinguished Vietnam speakers, three distinguished figures from three strategic alliances of UTM, namely ATU-Net, 2021 Elon and speeches featuring before proceeding with the first keynote speech. Let me brief about the game plan from three strategic alliances of UTM. All keynote speakers will be speaking for 15 minutes. And inshallah, we will open the Q&A brief about the game speakers of wrapping up their speeches. All keynote speakers will be speaking as the participants, you may type your question and inshallah in the chat pane of this Zoom platform or in the Facebook page of UTM International and also in the YouTube channel of Universitas Airlangga through chat pane the presentation Zoom platform. Or in the Facebook you may also opt to post the questions directly to the three keynote speakers during the Q&A session. Before the speech begins, allow me to introduce our first keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Technologist to the three keynote speakers, Fauzi Ismail, who is graduated with Bachelor in Petroleum Engineering and Master of Science in Chemical Engineering from UTM. He was awarded the Commonwealth Academic Staff Scholarship to pursue his PhD in Chemical and Process Engineering and Master of Science in Chemical Engineering from which was completed. He was awarded the Commonwealth Academic Staff with over 1,000 papers in Chemical and Process Engineering. He is undeniably a champion in research on membrane technology, which is transformed and translated into wealth with over 1,000 papers. Currently, he is the 7th Vice Chancellor of a champion, where during his tenure, UTM has successfully elevated its research centers into groups and alliances into effective platforms that translated scholarly research into innovation and commercialization ventures which have benefited the communities at large. His leadership focuses on diversity, inclusiveness, empowerment, and inspiration, where the university experiences innovation, broader philanthropic ventures which have sustainable endowment and extensive visibility. His leadership focuses on diversity, even during this COVID-19 pandemic, where the university is currently the chair of the ASEAN Technological University Network, ATU-Net, a strategic international alliance of technological university with a total of 22 members from 10 countries in Asia. He is currently the chair of the ASEAN Technological Technology Transfer for Social Innovation and Commercialization Ecosystem. Please welcome Professor from 10 countries technologist Dr. Ahmad Fauzi Ismail. The floor is yours, Dato. Transfer for Social Innovation and Commercialization Ecosystem. Please welcome Professor Dr. Technologist Dr. Ahmad Fauzi Ismail. The floor is yours, Dato.
Apologize for that. I was given 15 minutes. Title is shown there. Next, no time because 15 minutes to do all this solicitation outline. Allow my sharing today, commercialization ecosystem, transfer collaboration, the title social zone there, technology commercialization within the quadruple helix, and lastly, successful social innovation commercialization ecosystem. Next, transfer collaboration. Next, please, social technology commercialization within the quadruple helix. The dragon eye view successful of the UTM at a glance, facts and figures in terms of the innovation and commercialization. You can see there. This is 5 plus 4. excited to go up in the morning. And if you this is what we have. We call it IQ. This desire incubation program. Still far. So we have a novice program. Based on the previous slide. And then this is what we groom them. We call it IQ. We give them all the information about commercialization accelerator program. We have a novice program. Again, we move forward. Enhancement program. Before groom them, advance. We give them all the information about commercialization accelerator program. To introduce them. Again, we move forward. Or they themselves enhancement program before partners. So we have mentorship. We have symbiosis program. To facilitate them. We also facilitate industrial collaboration program to the potential partner, or they themselves, getting. So this is to be a mentorship example of the technology for collaboration. We also have a MOU signed between the Emeritus University in Wales, the UK. Next. So this is example of the technology for collaboration. We even some of the successful MOU translational project Emeritus University we have had in UTM. Next. So Institute IBD Institute Bioproduct Development. So study the biochemical compound. Some of the successful they have herbal extraction industrial research that we have had in UTM. So Institute bioproduct to be used for supplement and study the biochemical compound. It's already there, and they have already in the market. Extraction industrial research, the membrane advanced membrane technology research center. The bioproduct research a lot for supplement, membrane for water is already there. Water treatment, and already what in the market. They customize the systems, the membrane wastewater treatment system research center. And what they do research a lot. They produce on customized system for water, and the system is now used nationwide. They customize some of the system being wastewater exported system outside Malaysia. And what they do, another one is wireless communication center. The customized system. They produce prototype now wireless use nationwide, and some ready to market wireless solution 5G exported. So outside Malaysia, public university in Malaysia, we are the first 5G center. They produce prototype center wireless in Malaysia. So we work closely with market wireless MCMC to ensure public adoption. University in Malaysia, we are the first 5G center. This is what I mentioned just now in Malaysia. So we work closely with, we move from Malaysia to ensure collaborated adoption. International partner under the British Council and MOE, Minister of Education funded trip to visit them, and as a result, have an MOU signed. International partner. Next, under the British Council and MOE, and this is Minister of Education funded trip to visit the Vice Chancellor of Emeritus. At that time, I am the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Research. Next, and this is the activities. And this is the MOU signing. The Vice Chancellor of Emeritus. Next, at that time, I am the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Research. Now, this is the social tech commercialization within the protocol helix. And this is the MOU signing between us. This social innovation, what is that? Innovative solutions that have new ideas, commercialization within the protocol helix. Simultaneously meet social need that is more effective. This lead social innovation, what is that? And create new social relationship or collaboration. There are innovations that are not only good for society, but also enhance society capacity to act. That is according to European Policy Advisors 2010. The number of social tech enterprises is still low. Also enhance in United Kingdom, for instance, only 0.2% according to of all European Policy Advisors for good companies. The number of social tech 210 or the more low. In United Kingdom, 10,000 startups in Italy are socially oriented. Are taxed for the number is this good companies, and only 210 or the more. This is a framework of the development of 10,000 talent in Italy commercialization. So commercialization, you need to go back to at a very early age. Next, either a student or this is a framework of the development of STEM. Who are our commercialization? So commercialization go run away from the ministry or agencies. At very early age. And what is UTM role in this case? What is student UNAIR role? Staff. What is other university role? Partner. Who are our partners? And we need to have this portable helix, meaning that the ministry, the university, the industry, the government have to play role, their role as well. University role? The government of the day we need to have the first to implement this. Otherwise, there's no motivation for us to do. Of course, their role as well. Now we are not like that. The government, the giant like Google, that have that implement this. Otherwise, there's ability, the capacity to push further into the market. We are a lecturer, we are innovator, we are not like that. We are researchers. That's why we need this portable helix that help us that move forward. Next, ability, the capacity to push further into this the market. Is the model. We in UTM lecturer, we have Technology Valley, we are researchers. We have that's why we need this is there. Everything, I think it's similar. I don't need to go into this because time is not permitted. But again, in any university, this is the model. In UTM, public technology in particular, we need to have this value is there as a platform. Everything, I think it's for researchers, student, postgraduate student, but whoever, any university originated from university in particular, or from the industry, we need to have this value, to have a platform, to have a place for researchers, student, postgraduate student to start. Whoever, and in UTM we have originated from university or from the industry. Next, to have a platform, to have a place next for them. And this is an example. And in our UTM success, we produce this system. This system produced in UTM, and we miniaturize it, and now being utilized. This is an example. Nationwide success, 50 to 60 produce this system. This system produced for in rural water supply, or even we have this system we miniaturize to convert seawater now into drinkable water. And the good thing is about the technology, the water system, the resultant water, you don't need rural water supply, because even we have coming out from the membrane to convert seawater, you don't need to worry about water. And the good thing is about the technology, the water, the resultant water. And this is, we also have another multi-sensor smart room. From the membrane. So this sensor, also known as MSSR, right? Equipped with cutting-edge technology to control the system that and brought differences we also have another between the products and other sensory room provider. So this sensor, this also being commercialized, widely equipped with cutting-edge technology to control the system that brought differences between the products and other sensory room providers. Again, so we develop this molecule, heavy metal removal widely for bivalve mollusks, our country. So it's an apparatus for removing metal, heavy metal from aquatic. This again, invertebrates. We develop catalytic oxidation molecule. So it is able to eliminate for 98% of toxic heavy metal, such as lead, copper, nickel, cadmium from aquatic using the nanobubble catalytic oxidation technique. So also is very interesting finding which has been commercialized. Another one is ghost lead, copper, nickel, cadmium using the nanobubble method. So also is very interesting finding which has been commercialized. Another one is gold sweet soft gel. Ini banyak ya di Indonesia. Yeah, this is kind of things. It's available many. I have seen that in Indonesia. Gold sweet soft gel to prevent and reduce diabetes. So it is a scientifically proved based on Sweetenia microphylla and is halal certified and recognized by Ministry of Health in Malaysia. So also developed in UTM by UTM lecturer and researcher. Next. Probably this is the last one. We also developed e-braille, a Quran reading aids for the blind. And we also developed microclear biodegradable degreaser being used, I think, nationwide and many other countries beside Malaysia. Microclear is a unique household industrial cleaner that breaks down dirt derived from oil, grease, fat, and so forth. And we also developed microclear biodegradable degreaser being used and meal to heal. This is a meal to heal is ready to eat, a healthy package food, also designed as an immunity booster for flood disaster victim. And we also have microbial feed for growth. It's a bacterial feed supplement for growth, additive for ruminant feed, especially for young animals. Next. Also designed. This is very important. I think my family also use this. bioproducts and cosmeceutical, as all UTM product and cosmetic use state-of-the-art extraction technique from Institute Biodevelopment that just now I mentioned. So wide range of products backed by proper testing and compliant to take on more established products. Next. So we also have microtrope system on chip, yeah, to detect any sudden attacks. It solved the problem of long queues in hospital and improved the efficiency of the healthcare industry. Next. I think with that example of the product that has been commercialized, developed in university, from the lab, or some of them from the Technology Valley that we created for our researchers. Now, some of us
2009, without fail, actually meeting the management team meet every year, twice a year. At the moment, without fail. Although we are in other pandemic kind of days today, so we had a meeting also during this kind of condition. But of course online. When we start, actually about 4 universities founding members, and then today we have about 16 altogether. It's growing, but we don't want to see. We have to not to say stop, but we try to slow down the growing because we have to manage few other things that housekeeping kind of thing we have to do it. That's what we want to do. But this is a network that we call it. I personally would like to brand it as innovative collaboration platform. So the growth of the association like that. I mean, now we are about 12 years. We are moving toward revisiting our way of doing things, as well as our detail of governance and also management. But then, because of this association, our group, which use the name as ASEAN, so I better introduce a little bit about ASEAN, because we were recognized by ASEAN Secretariat also about our work. So the ASEAN actually, why we are in that position, because to what we call this, to contribute to this purpose of ASEAN community. If you know that ASEAN community is the one that going to look at for the integration agenda of a community. So many more mechanisms that have been developed through ASEAN Economic Community Blueprint, for example, and then through a blueprint that was discussed quite some time, then going to be validated, going to be evaluated properly in 2025. So we are also thinking that we would contribute to one way or another to the success of the ASEAN community Vision 225. That's why the purpose of this organization been there at one stage we talk about. So what is ALN and SEED then? ASEAN Learning Network and Social Enterprise for Economic Development. This is our core business at the moment in terms of activities. Originally, the SEED, as a name given, start from Asian Center for Asian Study at University of St. Gallen, Switzerland. The work in collaboration with the School of Business of ITB in Bandung until about 2009. They are doing the work in integrating together with the Kuliah Kerja Nyata. So it is interesting. We learn a lot about the success story as well as also the new experience. So from 2009, we name it one as ALN SEED program to suit with the agenda that we formalize, establish ourselves. And then from there on, every university try to do this SEED program or deliver the SEED program with the help, with the support of every other members. The support could be in the form of sending students to participate in the program. This is the beginning. We can see that it is about innovative innovation and collaboration, because one from participant from other university or from other country, we work together as a team, and then they start to collaborate. Then the collaboration actually is different with the one they have been experienced before. So it is very innovative to come with a kind of solution for the project, for the purpose. So it is so learning from outside classroom, learning by doing kind of thing. It is where possible to offer a good solution, optimum solution to real community problem. That's what the SEED likes. And then practice for engagement with relevant stakeholders. This is what all this innovative coming into play. And then the development team of self-directed young lecturers, facilitators, and students. So in other words, ALN developed SEED that directly contribute to the ASEAN community integration agenda. If you can see that, why? Because we work with the community, we work with among the young group of ASEAN community, ASEAN members from university and so on. So we indirectly and directly also contribute to the ASEAN community agenda. So in other words, that ASEAN Learning Network SEED actually championing social entrepreneurship education also. So it is our flagship program for now, and then it is about university community collaboration model. University work with the community to offer some kind of best solution at that particular time through the thinking, through the intercultural learning by the student and by the lecturers, academics who are participating in that program. So involvement students from different countries, and then also with the diverse instructors. So the agenda of intercultural learning are already exposed and realized at a particular kind of activities. And then, of course, it is more than service learning. The old term been developed for a long time, because it is benefit both participating universities and community. Because most of the project we are developed, actually the real project that we would like to devise a new kind of activity for the community, and we evaluate the success story with respect to economic value and so on after the event. So ALN SEED higher order objective really, I would summarize that, is contribute to the objective of ASEAN integration. We would like to participate in that. We would like to be effective in that. The meaning that the young group of selected citizens from different countries of ASEAN are engaging and experiencing to learn from each other. That's very important, because they're going to grow. They're going to be the leaders of the nation and so on. So directly participate in strengthening ASEAN community through intercultural and contextual learning. Meaning that from one of these members countries, for example, out of 10, one maybe did not realize that what's happening to the other members' country out of the stand. So they talk that they know best, but when they are submerged into that system or merged into that, then they start to learn about other cultures and so on. So the last on the list, the last on the list of objectives probably is about developing the learning capacity. Specifically, I refer to the self-directed learning among the participants, meaning that this case student, because they work through the learning by doing, experiential learning. They learn a lot because they do by their hand, by their thinking, by themselves. So this is one that very important to develop the capability of the young one. So it is developed through, in all of those, you can be better and can be successful if we develop through innovative collaboration in the conduct, meaning that in many ways. So in other words, that if I want to go to slightly detail about ALN-SEED, typical innovative collaboration is I would like to discuss about pre-SEED, where the preparation takes place, during the SEED program, where the SEED is in the making, and then we would like to see post-SEED, what the outcome already and what the experience we developed so far. So those in those stages actually demand innovative collaboration in the processes that is really imminent in our way of doing things and doing work. So for example, in this case, at the pre-SEED preparation, we have to plan for introduction talk and briefing to the member of team, for example, before the departure, because we have to expose them possibility of any unexpected experience, risk, and flaw during the visit, during the stay at different places. And then also about possibility, new challenges and risks. This also able to test the daily routine and adaptability of any individual. See? Because some people it's not possible to accept a new environment and not possible to adapt a new environment and so on. So in other words, that we have to prepare for any hiccup and also alternative beforehand. So the one hosting the SEED program, so they have involved with a lot of thinking and logistic planning beforehand. come to the time that implementing the SEED, actually the host very much involved in logistic and domestic management. This is one exercise and experience again, because they have to prepare for incoming visitors who are from different background, from different expectation and so on. They have to be ready with that one. And then during the process also we formed a team. The team is developed from multicultural background, from multi-discipline of knowledge as well, and also intercultural, what we call it, mixing coming into the place at one time. So it is have at the moment, at the time of the process, they have to agree on an administrative issue needed for the successful SEED project, the team. So that's very important exercise and learning by the group. So we investigate about the local economy issues, community issue, and then we would like to see that the understanding of social profiling of the community before we bring in into any proposed solution. And then, of course, the team need to identify the burning economic issue, but at the community level. So planning and design for the possible solution also involve the pick up the most significant pain that identify within the community, and then they deliver the best solution out of that. And then, of course, we have to understand what the constraint to deliver and to continue with the project and so on. And then, of course, the group, the team, the process, and the members for the SEED actually develop business and action plan together, whereby they have to engage stakeholder for buy-in processes. Stakeholder could be the community leaders, financial institution, local authority, and so on, before they leave the project. So the target members of community also involved, and then the design program to ensure that the support system are in order and continue. So the expected outcome of this is realizing the purpose and experiencing early result. During the process, they will be experiencing that kind of thing, and then start to realize the purpose of the program during the processes. And then come to the post-SEED outcome. What then? We are not just leave the program just like that, but we have to understand that we have to study do the post-mortem kind of thing, managing the project program closure, we have to put in place, and then academic collaboration and benchmarking to be continued, conference, publication. For example, one of the publication at the site there, one of the results in 2015, come out with a book published by the Universiti Malaysia Kelantan Press, just for the sake of to record that what the success story is, some of those. And then, of course, because of this program, we enrich with the capability of student mobility program, academic mobility and exchange program, and of course, follow up with a revisit to the site, for example, and offer an improvement of some kind. This is a very important result of SEED practices by the ALN. So the outcome from the point of view of learners' perspective, they are emerged with different and innovative collaboration to suit with the diverse culture and value. So the participant here are mainly focused on the student. Of course, our young staff who are involved as facilitators also coming into the group. And then also enhancing all aspects of collaboration mechanism. Meaning that in teamwork, you need to have a good collaboration exercise, engagement with the local community and so on, similarly to communication and agreement. So the part others is about, the advantage is about learning by doing or experiential learning through a teamwork is a speed up understanding of any other subject matters. That's from the learner's perspective, because we have about 40 programs already running up to now. Transformation leadership development is experience because one day they are given the task, they really think about how to change it, how to transform the situation. That's normally they're given the task during their SEED program. They not just do the business as usual, but we ask them to think about totally a new kind of solution or transform the situation. So they also will understand that understanding the process of economic development that is very much about contextual dependent. It's not just like if you are come from Malaysia and going to Indonesia, you just not able to transplant directly what experience in Malaysia. You have to learn the context of Indonesia. Similarly, the one our friend from Philippines, for example, work with in Malaysia, so they have to think about the context itself because it is about contextual dependent to any of the process of economic development. So in other words, that innovative collaboration is a quality of entrepreneurial mindset. So from the learner point of view, that's enough that they learn through that short spell of time. By the way, SEED normally take about 2 weeks on the side. And then I mentioned about mobility. I don't want to go on to detail. You can read this. And then some of these good pictures of the program. For example, we began in 2009. And then this 2010 in Ho Chi Minh City. This is a representative from Brunei, for example. These are the one that we have done in 2010. These are representatives of student participants from German and from Swiss coming here. There are about how many of those? 6 country participants in this case: Brunei, Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore, Indonesia, Switzerland, and those kind of things. I enjoy very much living in the village and work together in the team. And then this one is 2017 in Thailand, for example. I just pick up 1 too because it's not much space to show you all. So as concluding for this one, as a conclusion, I would like to conclude this. ALN SEED actually really functioning as enabler for innovative collaboration. It is about intercultural learning, is designed and structured to deliver through SEED, a flagship program for ALN. ALN SEED program is a design platform to systematically and effectively participate and contribute to ASEAN Community Vision to 2025 through innovative collaboration. Because we collaborate with one another, as I mentioned. Learning capability enhanced through learning by doing and learning from outside classroom. ALN SEED is about engaging in innovative collaboration, which meant to be the implementation of innovative ideas and solution in the mode of think out of the box and contextual dependent. So this is very much that what we talk best for the ALN and SEED. That's what we believe and continue to do so. But because of this pandemic, we have to find ways how to handle or to develop a new SEED or new mode of SEED. Actually, that's what our agenda today, and we discussed also in our latest meeting. We have to find ways because looks like the physical face-to-face activity will not be happen very quickly in a time future, what we can think of. So for that matter, thank you very much, moderators, for the time given. I think I take just enough time. I hope that the participant can get something that the SEED, ALN SEED, actually making the people more collaborative, and the collaborative could be more in innovative way for the success. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Datuk Zainai. I was just about to give you some discount, maybe extra 1 minute, but you just stopped on time. Thank you, Datuk. It's innovative collaboration. I'd like to link it with even the speech by the previous Datuk Fauzi when Datuk talked about the solving the real community problems is very much related to the quadruple helix, as mentioned by Datuk Fauzi previously. Thank you, Datuk. Before I pass over the floor to the last keynote speaker, allow me to read his biography. Prof Dr Rolf Schaeren was born on 6th of September. It was last 2 weeks. Happy belated birthday, Prof Rolf. He is the alma mater of University of Zurich, Switzerland, and Viadrina University Frankfurt, Germany. He is the professor of accounting and finance. He's currently the member of management board of the School of Business FHNW. Allow me to pronounce FHNW in your language, Prof Rolf. For Hochschule Nordwest Schweiz. I hope it's right. I was trained by Dato Zainai. If it is wrong, Dato Zainai, to be afraid. Or in English, University of Applied Sciences of Arts, Northwestern Switzerland. With a strong background in finance management, conflict management, and mediation, he has been appointed as the member of the government of the city of Yetiko under the Ministry of Finance. President Board of Directors of Electricity Works in Canton of Zurich, and also the Vice President of the Board of Directors, Limmetal Hospital. He's also the Chairman of the Swiss-ASEAN Learning and Teaching SALT, a non-governmental and not-for-profit association which aims to promote the sharing of research, learning, teaching, knowledge among academics, researchers in Europe and Asia, with a total of 8 founding institutions, including UTM. With his keynote speech entitled Innovation, Why and What, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Professor Dr. Rolf Schaeren. The floor is yours, Prof. Rolf.
Thank you very much, dear hosts, dear professors, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for the invitation of SALT Tech-SEED 2021. And thank you for the nice introduction. As you know, SALT stands for Swiss-ASEAN Learning and Teaching and is a network of universities from Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, and Switzerland. The purpose of the network is to bring together students and professors from the universities within the network to support cooperation and exchange. Therefore, Tech-SEED 2021 is a wonderful example of such a cooperation and opportunity for exchange between countries and even continents. Thank you very much to the organizers of this event. Technological innovation and social entrepreneurship for economic development. This is the title of the program for the next 5 days. This leads me to the question, if there is an entrepreneurship which is not social. Maybe you will have the opportunity to discuss this question during a group work within the coming days. I'm curious about your ideas. But now, let's have a look about the meaning of the word innovation over the last 100 years. Here you can see Henry Ford. Henry Ford made the car a mass product. He was not the inventor of the car, nor was he the inventor of the assembly line. But he was the inventor of the assembly line in the production of cars, what led to lower costs of a single car. Before that, cars have been a luxury good. With this technical innovation, more and more people could afford buying a car. Here you can see the Ford Model T. And this was the first car produced with the assembly line and became a mass product. Here you can see Elon Musk. Today we know him as owner of Tesla, which has a market capitalization of about $700 billion, which is more than Daimler, BMW, and Volkswagen together. Elon Musk was not the inventor of Tesla. Before Musk came to Tesla, electric cars had a very bad image because they couldn't convince by speed nor by reach and distance. This was the reason that the inventors of Tesla, Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, said about their own product, Teslas are dead and of no worth. When Musk became an investor with Tesla in 2004, he didn't want make a luxury good cheaper. He wanted to make an unpopular good much more popular. He had a clear vision. He wanted to build a Tesla which was as fast as the fastest fuel-driven cars like Porsche or Ferrari, and with a sufficient reach. He built the Tesla Roadster. Within 2 years, in 2006, the Tesla Roadster was faster than a Porsche 911 Carrera and had a reach of 480 kilometers. Musk and his team worked hard on improving the battery technology and improving the technology of electric-driven motors. But then it took Tesla about 10 more years to invent the mass production till they presented the Model 3 for only $35,000 in 2016. Here, you can see the production numbers of Ford and Tesla, and you can see the reductions of costs of the T model dependent on the increased production. Henry Ford once said, "Always when I reduce the price of our car by $1, then we gain 1,000 new customers." And the same happened with Tesla. This Fordism then was copied in the production of fridges, radios, TVs, and many more products. And this mass production was the key that normal people could afford these products and that people had a place to work. Electricity was discovered in 550 before Christ, but it took more than 2,000 years to use this electricity in a technical process. Mass production was invented about 100 years ago by Henry Ford, but it took years to make it usable in the production of electric cars by Tesla. By the way, Norway is the market leader for electric cars. More than 50% of new cars sold there are electric cars. Guess which brand? It is not Tesla, it's Volkswagen. It's all about innovation and technology. 100 years ago, it was the invention of the assembly line in the production of cars, the mass production, and it was also the beginning of advertising and marketing. For Tesla, it has been the improvement of the battery and better technology of electric-driven motors. Why do we need innovation? It's an easy answer, because innovation is a driver of economic growth and welfare. But what is innovation? We distinguish two aspects. We distinguish the total factor productivity from the general purpose technologies. Total factor productivity means improvements in different aspects, which can be cost reductions or increases in the variety of goods, services, or production methods. And the general purpose technologies, these are real breakout technologies like electricity or the internet. Most innovations are of the category total factor productivity. Innovation is important because it influences the lives of people. Sofia Rancordas wrote about innovation in her book, Does Sharing Mean Caring? What you can see here. And Robert Price shows that innovation makes the world a better place for millions of people. That may surprise you, but I will show you now what Robert Price means. Here you can see the development of two aspects in the countries of the SALT network. The aspects are income, measured by per capita income in these countries, and the other aspects is life expectancy in these countries. You see red dots and you see yellow dots. The red dots are Asian countries. And I took, as I said, the countries of the SALT network, and the yellow dots is the development for Switzerland. It starts in the year 1800, and shows the development till the year 2019. And what you can see is what Robert Price said. It's a dramatically improvement in income and in life expectancy in our countries. Now it is in our hands and our minds to make this development going on. One of the most important aspects of such a development is the openness of the markets, with the possibility to buy from and to sell to other countries. For example, if you buy a Coca-Cola, you send an information to the farmers in Sudan, where they plant acacias. From the acacias, they earn gum, which is used as a stabilizer in the production of Coca-Cola. So you have done something good to yourself, and without being aware of, something good to reforestation of infertile soils in Sudan. I wish you a fruitful 5 days with a lot of innovative ideas. It's not about new channel purpose technologies, but perhaps you will produce ideas to improve some total factor productivity. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much, Prof Rolf Schaeren. Very insightful, especially when you link this innovation with the triple bottom line, how it reduced the cost, how it increased the quality, and also increased the variety of products like fruits and stuff. Thank you very much, Prof Rolf. Now we come to the question and answer session. As I aforementioned, you may also directly question the keynote speakers by introducing your name and also institution, and you may proceed with the question. Yeah, I will also post the written question that I collected from the chat pane of this Zoom platform, and also from the Facebook of UTM International and YouTube channel of Universitas Airlangga. Yeah, we have one from Mr. Al-Amin Samura. You may unmute yourself, Mr. Al-Amin.
Okay, good afternoon to you, Prof. And I am Lamin Samura from Siakuala University in Banda Aceh, Indonesia. I have a question for you, like, what will be your key advice for young entrepreneurs who want to invent in technological progress?
Thank you, Mr. Al-Amin. So you posed the question to Prof Rolf, I suppose?
I don't know, but I tried to give an answer. For me, is it okay?
Yes, please proceed.
Yeah, okay. For me, it's one aspect. You have to have a clear vision. Henry Ford once said, if I asked people what they want to improve their mobility, the answer was not, give me a car. The answer would have been, give me faster horses. So it is about the mobility. And Henry Ford had a vision to improve the car as a vehicle for mobility. So if you want to change the world, it needs a vision. It doesn't matter what kind of vision, but you must have an idea what you want to improve. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Rolf. Any response, maybe from Datuk Zainai?
Thank you, Dr. Shahada. Probably quick answer is, like, we are trying best ourselves is to make yourself learn about other cultures, other conduct, and then to learn that normally you need to collaborate. You have to have another partners. So that is a collaboration already, like Prof. Rolf mentioned. So doing the work together is very much develop your capability on this innovation and so on. And then we will inform about others, other requirement, for example. Because when you are in your group only, you didn't realize that other group require differently, meaning that in that different contexts require differently. That's the important thing that you are. Finally, if the situation permitted, mobility is the best way as a young to experience and to learn from others. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dato. Maybe some insight from Datuk Fauzi.
Young entrepreneur, first you need to address the need of the local community, the local government, the local state. What actually the pressing issue? If you invented something, at the end of the day, no one buy in whatever you do is no point as well, right? So you need to know the pain point of your community, surrounding community, your country, then you can address this. Or better still, if you can address the SDG, SDG, right? Development goals. All these, they have a lot of 17, I think, SDG. So which SDG that you address? Then your proposal, your ideas, your innovation, your invention will address the social issues, will address or solving the industrial issues, or who knows, can be a catalyst for some form of economical development in your state or in your country. So you need to know why you want to do this. What is the end in your mind? If you do innovation for the sake of just innovation, at the end, no one use it, also not good. I give you example. The best communication devices is actually not this one. It's a satellite. But why the satellite one is not commercially widely used? Why this one is widely used? This is because they know, they understand the needs of us, right? Previously, before Apple, before whatever, I use a finger, at that time, Nokia, the champion, Nokia. But why after a few years, Nokia, we do not know where is Nokia now. But Samsung is there, Apple is here, because they understand the needs of the people. They create the thing, they know why and how and what needed. So why, how, what, you need to answer first. Then inshallah, you will be there. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato. Okay, it seems like we have a lot of questions, so let's catch it up, yeah? Okay, the next question is for Dato Zainai from Usama Nasir, University of Chinese Academy of Sciences. How can we enhance collaborations in SEED? This question is taken from Zoom. Dato?
Enhance collaboration, yeah? Thank you very much. Yes, like I mentioned to you, I didn't give you the detail, but if you at the opportunity, you get the slide back from the Secretariat. What I put down there, seed in the making, for example. When you want to collect the pain, if you go to visit certain place, you want to learn about something down there. You need to have some kind of collaboration with the local, with the community, or with whichever partner down there. Otherwise, you are doing the wrong judgment then. This is the one thing that, meaning that you have to participate yourself. This is what I mentioned quickly. As a student, for example, learning from outside classroom is important. Because we want to have totally learning from classroom, but we can do it. I mean, the learning can do many more places. So this is one thing that ability for you to get this collaboration. See, when you want to have something solved, you need somebody together or help someone. Even giving the information also help. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Usama. Thank you, Dato Zainai. Next question from Christel Joyce Pons from Davao del Norte State College, Philippines, to Prof Dr Rolf. The question is, what are the important bases of innovating a product, especially if it is a startup business? Prof Rolf?
Thank you very much for this question. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not one aspect. I think there are a lot of aspects which are important. But as I see it, I told you, it must be a vision. It must be an idea what you want to improve. But you can never know which idea will be the champion at the end, because there is a competition between the ideas. And there are many, many inventors. You never know about them because other ideas have been better in the market. So it needs also Power needs some financial background. Sometimes you need investors. You have to convince people about your idea, which is a good aspect, because if you can convince people to invest in your idea, that's a proof of the market. And it's a good aspect to win in the competition. So that's what I want to answer to your question. Maybe there are some more ideas from my colleagues.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Rolf. The next question is for Prof. Dato, Dr. Ahmad Fauzi from Hakim UITM. I have a question, Dato. In one of your slides, you mentioned about IP licensing. Can you explain further what IP licensing is?
Yeah, IP licensing is referring to a certain innovation or product that has been patented. And normally, as a university researcher, the patent owned by university, right? And then, if let's say a company ABC would like to buy or would like to acquire those patents, they can either they buy, say, 2 million, you sell straight away, fine, no need licensing. Another one is you can license, meaning that there is a period, 5 years, 6 years, or 10 years. So the innovator have an obligation to explain to the those who would like to license the IP. So they produce for that particular client. So as a result, they have to pay. Say, for example, yearly they have to pay 200,000 ringgit, for example, right? I have an experience selling even the background alone, just a background, not the entire pattern. It cost me, or I got it 300,000 ringgit, just the background. And I came to know that company is flourished now. Just the background, not the entire IP. Okay? You can sell, get 2 million, enjoy, or you can license, you get yearly. It's up to you.
Both enjoy lives, yeah, Dato?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Dato. Okay, the next question from FB Live, from Dr. Ibrahim Gambo. Maybe it's been questioned to all panel. Is there any opportunity for those institutions outside the 3 alliances to participate or collaborate for programs that will be beneficial to their staff and students? Maybe Dato, you want to start first since you are unmute.
Okay, of course, no problem. We encourage or we can have like associate member first, right? You can, because say for example, this program is not only limited, right? If limited, you will not have a FB Live, right? So this is a way to attract the potential members. If they have that, this network, and ALN or SOT or ATU network can give them value add. Why not? They go back and discuss with their counterpart or their staff members or their boss there. Then probably they can give a good overview about the 3 of this network. Then, in the near future, we could have many more members of the network. That is our intention anyway.
Thank you, Dato. Prof. Rolf, how about you? Being apart from Asian countries, Switzerland, SALT. So what is your view on that?
Yeah, I answer from the side of our school, not from the side of SALT. But our university is interested in more cooperations, no problem. And if there is an interest to cooperate with our school in Switzerland, we have an international office. You find it on the website of our university, fhnw.ch.ch. You can find our international office, and you can make a contact there, and then we can discuss the ideas.
Yeah, in fact, there are various activities conducted by FHNW on a yearly basis. They have like flagships programs, and we have Dr. Teresa here, as one of the pioneer in all these programs under FHNW. Okay, thank you, Prof. Sol.
Thank you.
Come to the last question. Okay, we have another 4 minutes before we wrap up. It's from the Zoom chat, Mr. Kasim Nur Ahmad, UTM KL student, okay, probably to Dato Zainai. How governments can encourage innovation to boost the economy, especially under developed countries or under developing countries, I believe. Over to you, Dato Zainai.
Thanks, Mr. Kashan. It is very much about this. You know that any innovation, any entrepreneurship to be success, you have both personal capacity and personal capability, as well as institutional support. I think we divide it into two. It's easy. Your question is about institutional support. This is a must. Whether it's support directly through in terms of quantum of money, or through the policy, or through the kind of encouragement or facility available, or those kind of things. So it's a must come from institution. Meaning institution here could be, if you are in a university, institution is university. If you are as was citizen of one country, is country in its supporters. It's not just support, meaning like I mentioned to you, it's not talking about just quantum of money given to you, but in terms of many more things. The highest level is about policy statement, policy on the agenda. Otherwise, you do it thing, you cannot deliver much, and then you can't feel that it is a successful story because people can appreciate your work if you're not enough that kind of support. That's my point. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Dato Zainai. Thank you, all the keynote speakers. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, finally, we have come to the end of our keynote speech session. Yeah, we have another 2 minutes. I believe that in order for us to leverage the innovation and social development for these economic benefits, timely delivered outcome is also important, before 4:20. Okay, we would like to thank again to all our prominent speakers for the very insightful, informative, interesting speeches, and also to all participants for your active engagement. I'm so sorry that I can't read all the questions because there are way too many. It is with a very special excitement that I believe all of the presentations are beneficial to all towards crafting the technological innovation and social entrepreneurship in supporting the economic development, especially for the resilience of the community. Thank you for your participation, and I pass over to you, Dr. Yati. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for moderating such a timely keynote session for today, Tech-SEED 2021. And I am amazed at the number of questions that we receive also in our chat box over Zoom here. And I'm sure there are so many questions coming up also on Facebook Live and YouTube channel. Rest assured that I'm very sure our keynote speakers will be very happy to receive your questions if they remain unanswered and you remain curious throughout the session through their email. So please kindly contact the speakers if you need more information on SEED, which means to seal the capacity building of the future generation, future leaders, which are you. And then on solving community real problem based on the quadruple helix approach, as well as mobility as one of the key drivers towards economic sustainability for the future, based on the capacity that we are building today via Tech-SEED under the auspices of all this higher education international network that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, the hosts have prepared certificate of appreciations for our distinguished keynote speakers. And to mark this moment, let us now invite our first keynote speaker, Yang Berbahagia, Professor Datuk Dr. Ahmad Fauzi Ismail, ATU-Net Chair, Vice Chancellor of UTM, to receive our certificate of appreciation. And for this moment, I will need assistance of my colleague, Miss Wani from UTM International. Wani, over to you.
Okay.
Wani, yes.
Thank you, Dr. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dato.
Thank you.
And then let us now invite our second keynote speaker, Professor Emeritus, Dato Engineer Dr. Zainai Mohamed.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And
okay.
Thank you, Dato. Over to you, Wani.
1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dato. And our third keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Rolf Schaeren, Chair of SALT. Please say hello for me, Prof. Rolf.
Yeah, here we are.
Over to you, Wani.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Rolf. And last but not least, our lovely moderator for today, Dr. Shu Haida. Dr. Shu?
I'm here.
Over to you, Wani.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Wani. Thank you again to all of our distinguished keynote speakers for today, and also Dr. Shu as our moderator for the keynote session. I'm very sure that everybody has had a wonderful time. I managed to have over 150 participants over Zoom, which is amazing. So thank you so much for staying with us.
Let me group photo just now.
Yes, we're going to have a group photo, Dato. Please kindly switch on your camera. Perhaps we do it now, Wani, before I start with the second day summary. So may I invite everybody, please kindly switch on your video. We are going to have a group photo. Okay, so I was expecting 20 pages, but luckily we only have 7 pages. So please keep smiling for like 7 times of the count for the screenshot. So over to you, Wani. So we have now the first page on my screen. I have 7 pages of Zoom screen.
1, smile.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, page 2. 1, 2, 3. Page 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep smiling. Page 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Page 5. 1, 2, 3. Next, page 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay, last page. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much, Wani. And perhaps can we share the summary of the week, because Tech-SEED 2021 is actually a 5 days program. Yes, my colleague will be sharing his screen now. And then as you can see there, what has happened today is we have had an amazing keynote session as well as the welcoming ceremony from the host, as well as the 3 distinguished keynote speakers for today, followed by workshops and lectures. And then from day 2 to day 3 onwards, we shall have the enterprise sharing sessions and real world tasks, brainstorming and problem solving for all the participants in a workshop mode session, as well as a lecture session. On day 4, we shall have mentoring, expert feedback, revising solution for all of the student participants, and this shall conclude on day 5 with students group presentations. Therefore, I believe you shall have an amazing 4 days ahead on Tech-SEED 2021, Technological Innovation and Social Entrepreneurship for Economic Development. Thank you so much for today. Thank you very, very much to the host, Universiti Teknologi Malaysia and Universitas Airlangga for your support, and to the 3 Higher Education International Network, ATU-Net, ALN, and SALT. Please have a good remaining evening of your day or your morning, of course, wherever you are in the world. And I wish everyone a very good session ahead on Tech-SEED 2021 for the rest of the week. And I think that's all from me. I wish everyone a very good evening ahead and have fun throughout Tech-SEED 2021. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, so I believe that the recording shall be stopped momentarily. And we also thank our Facebook and YouTube viewers on YouTube and Facebook channel. Thank you so much. And to those of you who are